Around a week ago, I put a concerning amount of what I own into ApeCoin, and so far, we've made around 30% profit. Wow! Today's video, folks, we're going to be talking about ApeCoin, of course. As you guys know, I'm a massive fan of a lot of the very volatile projects out there. I do not shy away from Shiba Inu. I do not shy away from ApeCoin. I do not shy away from anything that I think could make some great gains in the long run. So in today's video, we're going to be talking a little bit about ApeCoin right now, where I see it headed in the very near future, and of course, what I think you guys should do if you are interested in investing in ApeCoin. So if you guys are new, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and let's get right into it. So the first thing you guys might notice right now is that ApeCoin at the moment is doing quite well over the past few days. Right now, we're up around 5% at the very moment. That could change any minute, but roughly we are up on the overall trend for the week, and the market cap here is around $3.5 billion. Now, there is a lot of questioning here, of course. Why is ApeCoin going up? Charlie here wants to know, and I'm sure a lot of other people want to know as well. And I think the major reasons for ApeCoin's overall performance can be attributed to a few things. The first thing, of course, that comes to mind is Shiba Inu's addition to Robinhood. That was a fantastic move for Robinhood. It came a little bit late, and I know a lot of people are upset about that, including myself. Wish that would have happened months ago, but regardless, it did do a good favor for SHIB overall, and I think ApeCoin speculation is sort of entering the scene, as well as Doge speculation and so much more. Another reason for ApeCoin's fantastic performance these days is, I think, the fact that most people are anticipating what Yuga Labs is going to do in the near future, because right now we don't really know exactly what their plans are for the rest of April and for the rest of the summer. So it's hard to say exactly what ApeCoin could reach, but given what we know about their market cap right now, they definitely could easily double. That would not be impossible. In fact, that would actually be very feasible. Right now, with only 28% of the circulating supply, you guys can see that if the entire supply was out there right now, that would be worth 13 billion, which is an awful lot, but definitely does give us some headroom to grow. It is only ranked 38 out of every cryptocurrency, which is still very good, but does give us a lot of headroom that you might not have with Ethereum or Solana. So the first major thing to consider is, of course, this promotional video which they made earlier this month, and they talk a little bit about what I guess they plan on doing, but it is still kept relatively vague. You guys can see this is a very well edited, well done 3D animation style video here, of course, featuring the Bored Ape Yacht Club. But what is, interesting about this is the fact that this is said to be powered by ApeCoin. So we don't know exactly much about what the utility for ApeCoin will be, except for the fact that it was given as an airdrop. But we do know, of course, that that video does exist, and of course the fact that this in the future will be just about everywhere. Coinbase is getting involved with ApeCoin. Tons of celebrities and people like that are mentioning this and purchasing it. And of course, right at the time when this first was airdropped, the price surged. It performed extremely well after the first airdrop, and you guys can see right around the initial launch, it surged all the way up to around $50, and it's actually not even charted here because of how quickly it came back down. So the initial sort of head back down was right around $7.50, and then it's basically leveled off right around the sort of $10 mark for a long time. So earlier, a few days ago, when I decided to purchase some more ApeCoin, it was a little over $10, and again, that has appreciated a lot ever since. And the reason I feel for this happening is the overall interest in the NFT space. Now, if you guys don't know, I actually do run an NFT channel, of course, Matt Blockchain. Definitely do go check that out. If you guys are not already, I'll put a link down below in the description. Okay. But the main thing about NFTs and their relation to the tokenomics of, say, ApeCoin is, as people take a gradual interest in Ethereum NFTs and Solana NFTs, as that interest appreciates over time, so will the value of ApeCoin. I think a lot of people kind of wonder how ApeCoin will correlate with the NFT market. And I noticed that just about every time there is a bull run in the NFT scene, just about every time that happens, ApeCoin sees some level of benefit. Because if we take a look at the graph here, of course, there isn't an overwhelming amount of data here that we can use, but over the past few days or so, there has really been a major move to Solana NFTs. They've been performing very well, so I think people are on the whole looking to capitalize on the next NFT trend. And again, ApeCoin really is some form of an NFT. Again, it was given as an airdrop. This is really more an NFT than it is an actual crypto. So again, again, that being said, this has contributed to an overall increase in the overall volume here over the past few days. You guys can see it definitely is a lot more than it was a few days before that. So we definitely are climbing back up the ranks. And when we take a look again at that graph, I would say overall, we are just primed at the moment to see some kind of breakout to say maybe $16 or $18 happening sometime within the next week or two. That is my conservative estimate, but I do think it very well could happen. However, I am not the only person who holds such a good opinion right now about ApeCoin. Right now, this is an opinion here saying that it is in a dangerous uptrend scenario, but again, that really does boil down to technical analysis, and while that's great, you can't always use that as an indicator for the future of the price. So what they're basically showing here is a symmetrical triangle, which can be at times relatively hit or miss when it comes to your data. Of course, symmetrical triangles generally can be bullish, but what the idea here is this is too close to call as to whether or not it is a symmetrical triangle or an ascending wedge, which typically can be bearish and cause you to break downwards. So what they are hoping to see here is some kind of breakout here happening within the next few days. And again, that's kind of what I mentioned, but the idea here is not to watch this head back down to the $10.50 or $11 mark, as that would overall probably indicate that this is more of a bearish flag and a bearish kind of move and head downwards, breaking down to maybe the $9 or the $8 mark, which again is very possible. I don't see that being overly likely given the momentum that NFTs have been seeing, but this technical analysis definitely does leave us kind of at a stalemate. There is also, of course, the speculation that ApeCoin may be the next Shiba Inu, which I have talked about a little bit, of course, on the beginning of this video, but definitely people mentioning, of course, that there is some speculation about what this could do in the future in regards to kind of capitalizing on that social media sentiment kind of feel. Of course, they mentioned that ApeCoin and Shiba Inu are similar in a certain fashion, that they do tend to get that kind of volatility from social media and kind of have that meme appeal on top of having some actual utility. So, of course, they mentioned that the success of the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT, of course, has recently given this more of the backing it needs to reach a higher price point, but also the fact that Robinhood, having recently listed SHIB, could potentially mean that they may recently list some other coins. ApeCoin could potentially be a contender. Now, again, ApeCoin does have a very high market cap. The market cap right now, sitting over $3.6 billion, puts ApeCoin at around rank 38 in the world for all cryptocurrencies. That's definitely no small accomplishment. And when we take a look at the full list of different cryptocurrencies, you guys can see that right now, just about every token in the top 20 or so is at really an egregiously high market cap. But as we start to creep down towards 30 and the 40, you guys see market caps that are a little bit more realistic to double. And again, if I was looking to find the next 2x crypto in the next year or two, I would probably buy something in the rank of 30 to 50, as that will likely be a lot safer to get involved in and overall will have a better return than, say, buying Ethereum and hoping that, hey, Ethereum can hit 6,000 in the next year. That may be a little bit more ambitious than saying something like ApeCoin could very well at some point reach 26. That being said, folks, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. By the way, guys, I will be back on this channel a lot more these days. I do plan on doing a lot of live updates and videos, of course, on Shiba Inu, ApeCoin, all that good stuff. So if you guys are new, drop a like, subscribe. My name is Matt. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.